Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, guys? It is, what is today, guys? Tuesday? It is Tuesday. It is the day after the big reveal. A lot of things have happened over the past 10 hours, I guess. We're going to talk about it. It's been crazy. There's never a dull moment in the crypto verse. But anyway, if you guys haven't ever been here, my name is Tank. This is the IBC Gang YouTube channel. We talk about everything that's happening in the traditional markets as well as the crypto markets with a specific interest always being with the Cosmos ecosystem. If you guys would, do me a huge, huge favor before we jump into everything. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, tell your mama, tell your auntie, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell everybody you know that they need to come watch this channel, especially if you're Cosmonaut, because the more people that see these videos, the more exposure the Cosmos ecosystem gets, which means the more exposure your bags get as well. So tell them all to come watch the channel. Tell them, make bogus accounts. I don't care. I don't care how it comes. I said it. I don't care. There's no shame. Go ahead, make some crazy accounts, but come subscribe, be supportive, and you get what you put out there in life. Remember that, guys. You're a supportive person. Sometimes, somewhere in the future, you're probably going to get that back in your life. So little bit of hopium there for you. As always, I am joined by my two mods. Oh gosh, I was going to cough and there you go. I was going to cough and try to swallow at the same time. You guys ever try to do that, by the way? That's a horrible feeling. Brand and Grits. What's up, fellas? Sorry about that. Dying over here.
Are we? We're not muted, are we?
No, you guys are not muted. I almost died though, trying to unmute at the same time. Awkward. Guys, we're going to go ahead and jump on into things. We're looking at the Dow Jones right now. We're on the daily time frame. Using Market Cipher, right? Right now, well, you actually, let me take a step back. I've been drinking a lot of coffee, if you guys can't tell. Let me first say to you guys, because they might pop in at any minute, we actually have some special guests that are supposed to be with us today. Gelotto, being built on Juno, in a Cosmos ecosystem, is supposed to be with us today. Maybe Homestead will be on. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see if they pop in here sometime between now and 10 o'clock ish, I guess, or something like that. But yeah, we invited them to come talk with us. So they might be joining us. Hopefully they do come join us later on. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into things. The market is down right now. Before I jump into everything, guys, how do you guys feel about what's happening? Brent, do you think that this is the reversal? Do you think we're going back down?
I think we haven't even seen a relief rally yet, man. So I'm just waiting for that at any point, somewhere past 30K, probably between 30 and 35. And then I think we'll see lower lows. But, you know, what do I know at the end of the day? I'm just an ultra bear waiting to splash my powder.
Where's Goblin Town? Where is Goblins? Grits, what do you think?
I think we're in the sideways area of the markets at this point. I'm pretty much probably on the same page with you that way.
Yeah. Okay. I respect it. I think it's too early to tell just yet. Again, we're talking about Bitcoin. We're on the Dow Jones, but since, obviously you guys are talking about Bitcoin right now, let's look at Bitcoin real quick and then we'll go to the Dow Jones. I told you guys the other day, right? I'm going to leave it up here and we're going to see how this holds up. We're coming back down. And I think that we could really, really high chance, guys. We could come back down to these levels and retest the previous support, which is 21.8 basically, before we actually find some really, really good support and bounce off of that. And kind of ping pong.
Do you think it'll drop below 20?
No.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm pretty sure we're going to be sideways, nothing below 20 for a while, kind of deal.
Yeah, well, I'm not unrealistic, right? Can that happen? Yes, definitely. Yeah. Hell yes. The likelihood of it, we have, we have, there's always that caveat. It depends on a couple of things, right? But we have about 45 days of an of an uptrend, I guess, if you want to count the wicks, right? Of an uptrend right now. And the trend is your friend until it's not. So and if you look, we have 2 touches of resistance right here. 1, 2, third time's usually, what you call a lady. It's just a reference to an old song, but 1, twice, 3 times a lady. But that's when you break through things, right? After knocking on the door twice, you get impatient, you kicked on the fucking door. Gosh, I got to stop swearing. I was all swearing yesterday and now look at me. I said the F word once already. Then we came up and broke through it after we kicked on the door. And we have now touched once. Again, you got to think about this, okay? Rejection, support, probably support. And then the third time will probably play out. And if the trend is our friend, I have nothing. Well, I don't want to say I have no reason to think that it's not going to do that. But like it could just hit, bust on the door, and maybe even trend on the higher side up here later on, right? Like maybe we come up here and then we ping pong on the higher end here doing that. That's the trend so far, right? We have 2 touches, third time we break through. And even with support, right? We found, 3 times. One, actually it's like really 2 significant touches after we got that big, I don't know. I have a hard time sometimes calling this true price action because the wicks aren't actually indicative of realistic, true, sustainable, reflective price action in my home. Like they are, but they're kind of not. It's weird. But like this definitely was. And so was this, right? So like, even if you take this out and you go 1, 2, we now have 1 and maybe the second one coming here, and then we'll bounce and do our thing. So I don't know. It's a little, like I said, a little too early to tell, but I think our trend is our friend still. And like I said a few times, like until we invalidate these moves and come lower, right? And we ultimately need to look at these sections on the charts right here for Bitcoin to do that. That is around 21,000, and then right below it about 20,500-ish dollars. If those get destroyed right here, then all bets are off, because then we just negated everything we did right here. All of this was for nothing. Then we're just going to come back down here, and then we're going to look for these zones like we were looking at before. We just rinse and repeat. We'll look for these zones again, right? But right now, it's just because we're ebbing and flowing doesn't mean it's time to freak out. Like, look, we've been doing this, right? Like we have literally been doing this. We have from this wick down to this top, we had a 24% price increase in about a week. From that high to this low, you had about 15% price decrease in about 7 days, about a week. Again, same kind of pattern, right? So week to week movements. And then here, you had an increase again until we topped out about 6 to 7 days of about 20%. And then again, I'm sure that it's going to be pretty much the same. You had the same thing here, a 15% decrease in price action over 7 days. Do you guys see the pattern? 7 days up, 20%, 7 days down, 15%, 7 days up, 20%, 7 days down, 15%. This is much more from that down, right? Like that was good. So we broke that pattern. And then we got 28.62%. And again, almost 7 days. That's 8 days before topping out. And then we have our flow, which brings us down. If this is 15.15% in 6 days, roughly about 6 to 8 days, 7 days average is the ebbs and flows in the market. And they have so far, the down movements have been about 15% moves to the downside, right? So like, again, let's see one more time. If you're looking at this, like you got to take not just this pattern, but this along with other patterns and jumble them all together and take a look at it. Look, basically 19%, real close to 20% again. This happened in 4 days. So this recent price action was a lot quicker, almost the same amount in percentages, almost getting to a 20% range. And right now, let's just like spitball. Where's 15%? Oh, snap. Look at that. It's right here. It's literally right where I told you guys where the trend is. Right? Boom, 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 boom. I told you guys the other days too, we could come down here and still be absolutely fine. I don't think, because it's being like, you got to take other things into consideration too. I don't think that we're actually going to get the 15 because we didn't get it here like we got it before. So maybe, just my speculating, we just come down to this zone and bounce and kind of do this. I'm going to leave it up. And see what happens. But yeah. Ooh, look at all you guys. You guys are posting crazy. What's going on in chat? Why is it just you two going back and forth?
He wants to know about his mic.
Wait, what?
We're just talking about microphones. Like you actually have the Blue Yeti, right?
Yes, I have the Blue Yeti. And it's pretty good if you don't want the whole setup. Like there's other setups you can get if you want to get a lot more technical. Yeah, and you can't beat that. Like, but if you want to keep it simple, And you're
And
not
it's
trying to like,
cheaper to get the Blue
yeah.
Yeti. Like
And
that's
it's,
only $130. Like my setup, like the microphone's $100, then the interface is another $100, right? And then you got to
mhm.
buy, all out of the strip mic arms, whatever.
Yeah. And I want to get a better mic arm just because,
Oh, get the Rode one.
I am.
All
I'm
the
going
other
to
ones
get
are
a better one.
garbage. All the other, like I've tried a few of them.
Right. He says mod spam. Ban those two. But yeah, no, that's what I'm seeing right now. That's kind of what I'm feeling like right now with Bitcoin. Could be wrong, right? Like we have Market Cipher B right now. We still have not on the daily popped into the green. So we're just ebbing and flowing. We still have that curvature in play. We're just coming back down after touching basically over the past week or so, but a little bit more than a week and a half. And we're just coming back down, but that's not to say that we have to come all the way back down again, right? Like we could literally just kind of do our thing here and then pop back up and make a run for it. But I think what's going on right now, especially for crypto, right? Like it just, the ETH merger got delayed. The ADA thing got delayed. We saw a bridge hack again, which there was good and bad things, obviously, to that hack on Nomad. There was a lot of white hat hackers also attacking it with good intentions, and have reached out to Nomad that are trying to protect the platform and give it back. But still, it was pretty bad. So there is, a lot of uncertainty. Just always kind of weird to me how things seem to play out just coincidentally right when things are looking good or getting around to looking good. Yeah, like I could be tinfoil hatting that right now, but call me conspiracy theorist, whatever you want. It's just weird. It seems to always be that way. A little bit of bullishness and some weird stuff happens where they just try to knock you down. Like, it's just weird, like, right? It's just kind of weird. But yeah, so these are the zones right here. I'm gonna post them. I should have done it yesterday. We had a lot of things happening in yesterday's stream, so I didn't post it. But we do have some amazing TA people that are posting things in our Discord. But I'll post this in the Discord as well, just to get you guys, my thoughts about what I'm looking at. But right now, yeah, we're still above our old symmetrical triangle. We're watching out for these two lines playing out here, and we're still looking good. We're just ebbing and flowing right now. Let's go back. We'll quickly talk about the Dow Jones, right? Dow Jones down 0.73% right now. Still, like I said, not looking all too bad on the daily time frame. Not looking all too bad on the daily time frame. We had similar situations right here where we had a little bit of a red day, and then we just popped back up, right? Could be doing the same exact thing, or we could come back down here and retest this zone, which would be A-okay, and pop back up. So that's what I'm looking out for. We do have red dots on Market Cipher B for most of these assets right now on the daily time frame. And you guys know, usually those red dots mean price will be suppressed a little bit more. And you should be expecting that. But we've also seen when we get those, this was a red dot as well, guys. This was a red dot as well. And it actually got negated. It actually got erased off the chart after the next day. So it is what it is. If we go to the NASDAQ down 0.36%, which is not bad, on the daily time frame. Like, again, we're still really looking really good still. Same thing as the Dow Jones. We could come back down here, retest that, pop off. We can come down here, even do this, pop off that, which was once, a little bit of a resistance level right there for us, and still be okay. And again, where I'm really looking for is this zone right here, the top section of this triangle, ascending triangle pattern. We can come all the way down here, pop off here, or just even go sideways a little bit as well. Ultimately, still, if you zoom out, we would still, if we did that, still be doing A-okay long term. The minute we come off this and break that, or even I'll be concerned when we break this, but really when we break this trend line right here, that's when I'm going to get worried. So long as we don't come down here and break that trend line, like we're still good. We're still good, guys. Don't go freaking out just yet. Russell down 0.08%. Again, this is what I had on the charts. It's ignoring it. We're on the upper section. It just kind of skipped over this price action that I thought we should be getting over the next week or two. And it's kind of just hanging out right now on previous resistance zones on the chart, and it's just lingering there. Again, we've told you guys many times before, we treat the Russell in the traditional markets more of a front-running signal or indicator of what the rest of the markets might do, as far as like the NASDAQ or the rest of the indexes. But yeah, we're just sitting right here on the line that we created and shared with you guys a while ago. So we have many support lines below us that could catch the Russell. If it comes down, we can bounce here, we could bounce here, we could bounce here, we could come all the way down here. And like if you projected this out, it'd be somewhere over here. And then like that just lines up to this section right here. If you look at the symmetrical triangle pattern, that just lines up to right here. This is a good level of support for the Russell. So lots of support below us, guys. Again, it's really simple. If you just take a look at previous support zones, right here, which was once resistance, support, once resistance, resistance. Again, a little bit of support here, projected out. This is another simple way of doing that. Right about here is a good level of support. That's what I'm watching out for the Russell. Right now, it's just time to be patient, right? Time to be patient. SPX down 0.41%. Again, same thing, kind of ignoring what I was hoping and liking to see, guys. I like to see certain levels get back tested. So kind of still waiting for that. It could skip over what I thought would be more realistic, more maintainable, more sustainable long-term, and kind of just do the prolonged variation of this. And that would be absolutely fine, right? Like even if it did that, that would be absolutely fine, where it just kind of skipped over, got a rejection, comes down here, bounces off that and comes up again, and then bounces off this, which was once resistance for us, once resistance for us, once resistance for us, a little bit of support, and carries on. So just a waiting game right now in the markets, guys. Let's take a look real quickly at investing.com and see what their news articles is saying about the markets right now. U.S. stocks fall as investors worry about China tensions. I've been telling you guys a lot about my concerns with China, with the bank runs that's happening, with, you know, their, go away advertisement, go away, with their shipping supply demands and their lockdowns and the way they're handling their economy with the COVID concerns. And now, of course, we got what's her face going over there, kind of, well, I'm going to get into it, but kind of poking the bear, I would say, going over to Taiwan. Well, and I didn't get, you know what? Did you guys notice, by the way, this freaking, like, look, they outright, I forget the guy's name, but it was the representative of the cabinet right now, or the party in control. And they said basically verbatim that they never supported Taiwan's independency. I was like, you just gave them the signal to do whatever the hell they want. Like you literally just bent over and said to China, we're not going to do anything. We're going to take it. And there's nothing that, you know, you have to worry about. You literally just gave them the signal that you're going to, you know, whatever.
I think that's the game anyway. Like the whole like $50 billion chip manufacturing thing. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure, you know, was the catalyst to all this conversation we're having right now. I don't think the U.S. really cares past, you know, the next 4 years, 5 years about Taiwan, honestly.
Oh, I did see that C word. Gosh dang it. See, you give me 1 day of freedom with the Maneki burn thing and us cussing on all this other stuff. And then I get off my rails and I start saying everything. YouTube's going to pick up on the algorithms. They know what I said now. They heard me cuss. They're going to shut me down. That's it, guys. It's done. I'm over. Oh,
yeah, you went insane yesterday.
Dude. It was a good day. It was a hot day, man. It was a good day. We were burning stuff. Yes, guys. And by the way, the Knots team, like I've said it many times, they are they're working with their developers. They're supposed to be doing it today to burn. Once that burn happens, guys, we'll get you guys the rarity chart. We're waiting, guys. It was a collaboration, right? It's an effort. So trust me, they know. I've been hounding them as well. I don't want them to get annoyed with me, but love the team over there. Love Rusty, love Jerry. I'm sure they're taking care of it. Don't worry, guys. We'll get into that talk in just a little bit. But going back to the focus with China, geez Louise. I couldn't believe that yesterday when I saw that. When you literally just told them, have at it. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Are you serious? And then of course we're sending Pelosi over there.
She's not going over there. She's going around there.
Yeah, she's going around. We should just station her around there. Indefinitely.
That's where she is, though. She's going to Seoul and South Korea and all that.
We should keep her there and have her work remotely like everybody else. I don't care what. Like I'm just gonna be me from now on. I get it. I've been trying so hard to not be not to get into things, but it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. She does nothing for our economy. She's actually playing everybody. Like her husband.
You saw the video I sent her, right?
Inside trades and does all kinds of
talking.
Stuff. Oh yeah, I've seen so many videos of
well, her. Like no, like she wasn't even making sentences, and she was talking about like the bird or whatever. Like
yeah, we have two of the most senile people in the world running some of the most important positions in our country. We are laughing. We are the laughing stock of the world right now. Oh yeah, it's embarrassing. Embarrassing. I have 2 F's about anybody else's opinion about that. That's my opinion, my channel. I can say it. I'm at the point now where it's like, whatever. Like it's embarrassing.
It's like she's having a stroke and nobody's telling her about it. Like what is even happening?
Her whole like later golden years has been nothing but a stroke. I don't mean to be like, look, whatever. Oh, that's heartless, Tank. All this other stuff. Not when you're controlling things that happen in our economy and that affect us on our day-to-day lives. I get to have my opinion. And it's ridiculous.
I mean, after that last video I linked to, it's like, what is even happening right now?
I feel like I'm having a stroke when I watch those 2. I feel like I'm serious. I cannot watch it because I try to dumb myself down even further than where I think I'm already at, which is pretty low. And like, you're making me go even further just to understand some things, which I never actually get anywhere, which makes me feel like I'm having a stroke because I spend so much damn time and effort researching things. And I go, what? That may make no damn sense. I don't know. I just, ridiculous stuff. So maybe point of it, like maybe, you know, for especially crypto, that's what is happening amongst, you know, global issues and stuff like that. But God only knows until people stop supporting these kind of bad behaviors and dumb stuff, like we're going to be dealing with it. I said it. Yeah, I said it. You might not like it. Whatever. I'm at the point right now too, but look, I'm getting so irritated. I'm not talking about you. I love the vast majority of you guys. I love to death. I love the IBC gang member. I'm here to make money with the IBC gang, not off you guys, with you guys. I told Brand this earlier, by the way. I'm going to do this. I say this all the time. Nothing I've done here has been profitable for me at all. Like, at all. I spend a lot of time and effort doing all this stuff because I want to promote better practices. I think we deserve better as people and as ecosystem participants. And you know, that's the main goal. I said it yesterday, not even for Maneki. Like, the main goal is to do other things for me personally. But like, it's getting to the point now where it's like, if I'm going to be fighting this uphill battle, I might as well ungag myself and let the words fly, right? Like, whatever. I might as well.
Honestly.
I should, like, right? Like, you guys want to see something that's really sad to me? I'm going to be very honest. This is first time I've said this because I usually don't look at this and it usually doesn't matter to me. But I want to show you guys something. We've been stuck right here at 1,930 subscribers for months. We've gone nowhere. I've literally picked up no new users or subscribers. It's super frustrating.
You know what the issue is though, Tank. I mean, we're in the middle of a bear, and you're doing most of our, focus is Cosmos. It's super niche, man.
No. I know. Just no, trust me. Look, man. Look, you guys want to see? Look, let me show you guys. I'm gonna show you. I'll just show you guys. I don't care, bro.
I mean, it'll pick up probably when all the projects fucking move here.
Yeah.
It'll be the only place to go.
Well, I mean, wait, no. What the heck? Where is it at? I'm so bad with this. Where is it at? Is it YouTube Studio?
Dude, I mean, this
here we go.
is a gold mine when there's a surge of people chasing airdrops and using Cosmos to keep up with everything. Like, next bull run, this is going to be the spot.
Yeah. It's super niche, but it's not, right? Because like everything is going to be IBC. Like, I'm just front running everything, but it is super frustrating when you're dealing with the ecosystem and everything. But like the bridge attack yesterday, and even per Vitalik's words, not that it matters, but like the crypto space is not going to be about bridges. it's going to be about IBC. It's going to be about true interoperability. So like, yeah, eventually, like I agree, eventually, but like, let me show you guys something. We've been stuck with what we do here at the show at this number for forever. Forever. I'm going to celebrate huge if we ever get to 2,000, which I don't know. I feel like there's a bot that just takes away things from me sometimes. And it's like, never, it's like that. You want $1? Got to be quicker than that. The kind of commercial. It's almost gotten to that funny of a game. But like, again, I want to show you guys the months and months and months and months of hard work. I'll show it to you guys. I told you guys I was super transparent about it. Let me show you guys how much YouTube gives me, right? Can I show it to you guys? Earnings. Is it this? No. Ads? Where is it at? Overview. Where's it at? Why does it not show it? Where is it at? Supers, ads. What does it show? Oh, is it analytics? Analytics, right? Analytics. Revenue. Boom. There you go. I'm super filthy rich for what I do. I get paid lots and lots of money. You guys want realistic, like what it's like to be a YouTuber and put out content each and every day and be real and promote?
I don't do it.
Realism. There you go, guys. There you go, guys. I get paid crumbs for the, like, here you go. These are the breakdowns. I'm super transparent with you guys. There it is. There's the breakdowns for you guys. I do this for nothing. I make more money in my sleep with other stuff that I do.
You probably make more money from staking one of your assets.
I do. I make way more money a day than what this provides to me. This is the real. Your estimated revenue total $455. I don't know why I'm going on this rant right now. I really don't. But it, I forgot, how we got here. I forgot how we got here.
You're trying to justify just saying whatever you want instead of trying to.
There we go. I don't get paid enough to not say what I want to say. Damn it.
True.
I don't get paid enough to pull my punches. I don't have partnerships. I don't have none of that stuff. Why the F am I pulling my punches and not speaking more directly? I try to with tiptoeing around swearing and stuff like that. But like, I don't get paid enough. I'm not making money off you guys. You guys saw it yesterday, right? I'm making money off you guys. In fact, I've given out thousands of dollars. I've given out more money than I've told you guys before that I've made streaming.
Yeah, that NFT you gave away yesterday has a floor price of $1,000.
I literally gave it out yesterday. Double the amount of what I've been doing for months. It's super frustrating that fuck it, I don't care. It's super frustrating that it's hard to play the stand-up game. It really, I guess that's all I'm trying to say. Whatever. Fuck, I feel bad. I'm already ranting. Maybe it's been a long time coming, but it's hard to play a stand-up game, damn it. It's hard to be a stand-up person, I guess. It doesn't seem like, from my day-to-day basis, like this is just who I am. But crypto definitely makes it hard if you're trying to work towards something, because everybody else seems like they're full of shit. Like, that's what it seems like to me. Everybody wants to make a profit off what you're doing. Everybody wants to somehow benefit from what you're doing. Everybody wants to take from you even more from what you're doing. And you don't get nothing. Like, it just, you feel like you're just giving yourself away. It's hard. It's hard. And all I'm wanting to do is to promote transparency with people, expectations to be better for the community and everything else. So tell your mama, tell your auntie, tell your sister, tell everybody, tell Bob that you don't fucking like at work. Come subscribe to this channel. Because if you guys want to make it, you guys need to stop getting lied to and stop being fed off. You guys need to be doing the feeding. And that's all I'm trying to do here. I guess I'm just getting annoyed with what I'm seeing in this space. So it is what I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for ranting about it. Little bit of truth to you guys, and I'm not gonna put them out there, but I will say it. A little bit of truth. Last night, after reveal of Maneki Cosmos, I got a lot of personal messages from people I have no idea who they are. Fuck, man. Like,
really?
Oh, what did they say?
No, like, man, like fucking. I'm trying not to like let my emotions get to me and stuff like that. It's hard. It's like, and then when you don't want to respond and be a jerk back, and you try to take the high road, like it's been really, really emotional and really hard trying to do all that stuff, and then receive those kind of messages where it's like, you know, your project is a joke. It's stupid. Nobody's gonna do it. All this other stuff and blah 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 blah. Or like calling you a scammer and all this other stuff, and I'm like,
what the fuck are these people messaging you talking about?
I don't know. Like it's the name of the game, right? But it is like, I've been holding it in for a long time. I've from day one, I've ran into resistance from what I've been doing. Been called many things, and it's just frustrating, you know.
It's weird. Nobody messages me. Send them my way. I'll bitch them up.
I don't know what it is. Like, it's definitely been an uphill battle to promote realism, transparency, health, money management, you know, business practices and stuff like that. Like, it's like the rest of the space. You just feel like sometimes the rest of the space doesn't give two shits about that, you know, like when they absolutely should. But it's hard. It definitely is some hard. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm a pretty tough dude, but like really, like just now I was like really fighting back like tears, because it's been really emotional. Like, the shit doesn't get to me 9 times out of the day, but when you don't get any sleep and your wife yells at you and you're spending so much time, and sometimes your kids say that they hate crypto and YouTube because, you know, I spend so much time doing this shit. Like, it's hard, but I think it's a worthwhile endeavor. Like, I think that what we do here and what we're trying to build here with the IBC gang is worth it. I have my kids sitting over, you guys have seen them. They sit there by themselves for 2 hours a day, Monday through Friday, while they're not at school, because this is important to me. And they're super important to me. And so, like, when people send me, I literally, I'm not going to put it up there because I don't see the point of it, but I'm going to call it out. Fuck you to everybody that sends me those messages. Like, I literally probably received like 50 of them via Twitter and Discord yesterday. Fuck you. Because you have no idea how much I sacrifice for this shit. And how much
none of those people are holders anyway, or involved in the project. I doubt it.
They could be. Some of them seem to have known quite a bit.
I doubt
you know, or at least watch the channel. But fuck you.
I'm pretty sure those are people just mad that couldn't get one and shit. Like, hands down, because look at how many are up for sale. There's like fucking 10 up for sale. You think any of those 50 people, you know, there might be like 1 or 2.
I apologize to Gelotto. Damn it. See, I haven't even looked. We're supposed to have Gelotto on here later. I feel like anytime something happens with Homestead, I just screw him over. Man, I'm sorry. This is so unprofessional, and I try to remain professional most days, but like, the shit got to me last night. So,
dude, you're good. The way you feel is completely justified, man.
Oh, yeah, but I apologize, Gelotto, Homestead. I feel like it always happens to Homestead.
Yeah, whenever he's here waiting, you go off on a rant or something.
I'm telling you, Homestead. I don't even know. I didn't even check. I don't, because I'm gonna feel so bad if I check the Discord and he's sitting there. Don't tell me if they're sitting there, guys.
They're not.
Thank God.
Just popped in, I think.
Did I feel bad? I didn't follow that shit up. But no, like, eventually we'll get to a place where it's like, I honestly, it's, my goals are lofty goals. I don't have bullshit goals.
Well, you're always going to have more people that hate on you than in your actual community. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way. But, I don't know. I guess I'm sorry. I just feel like I had to get it off my chest, because if I didn't, it was going to eat me up. We're going to build regardless. And I'm just going to say it one more time to all the haters out there. Fuck you. Watch.
Yeah, how about you motherfuckers message me in grits instead?
They're afraid. They're afraid of messaging.
Well,
me.
just say it. Be
upfront.
Say it. Let people know how you really are. Like, I don't even know who you guys are. I barely recognize maybe one or two names, but I give $2. I make more money in my sleep outside of crypto, inside of crypto. Fuck you.
Also, what the fuck have you guys done? Like, what are you guys? You guys don't want to talk.
Yeah, I had to get off my chest. It's super unprofessional of me, but like, we're going to keep building. We're going to keep doing things. IBC Gang Media Arm will be a thing, and it just...
the OmniFlix stuff?
Yeah.
They have no idea.
I'm a man of action. Like, I like to say stuff, right? Like, words matter, but like, just watch. Doubt me. Watch. Like I've always said, just watch. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just so unprofessional. I'm sorry, Homestead.
No worries, man. You know I don't mind.
I do.
Gotta call him out.
I felt like that was bad. But anyway, anyway, I don't even know how to carry on from that. Okay, real quickly, the markets actually look like they're turning around right now. Look at that. Look, it must be my rant. The markets must have heard that I was irritated and was like, oh, let's go back the other way real quickly. Yeah, let's go back the other way real fast. NASDAQ up 0.24% right now, turning it around for itself, up right now. Russell up 0.19%, SPX just barely up 0.07% right now on the 1 hourly. Let's take a look real quickly. While Bitcoin on the 1 hour looks like it had a really good bounce right there. Right there. It just looked like it had a really good little bounce right there. Came down, tested on the 1 hour to 200 SMA. It looks like it's trying to do its thing and come back up and say, we don't care. Let's move on to our ecosystem, and then we'll jump on into what we're doing with Gelotto. I'm super interested, by the way. A little bit of the degen in me. I'm so conservative, right? But like, I like gambling. You guys don't know, I actually like gambling, so I'm super excited to talk to them. But let's talk about what's happening with Atom right now. Atom down 2.49%, give or take right now. It's hanging out right around $10, coming back up on the 1 hourly to test that 200 SMA. Again, totally fine if we thread in between these SMAs, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 4 hourly. 4 hourly, we could even come down here to 930 something. Let me actually show you guys the levels on the charts that I've been saying for a long time, right? Long time here. Look, we're still sitting on the upper level of which was once resistance, seeing if it holds up as support. Now on the daily, we wicked down below it, but if you zoom in on that, guys, we are still sitting, we're still sitting quite well, right on, which was recent resistance on the charts. Again, we have room to go all the way down to about 948, 930, 948, give or take. And so long as we hold above this level on the charts, we're still trend intact, looking A-okay, so it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. And also, I'm going to do a little bit of reaching here. I do want to let you guys know that if we pop up to here, I'm reaching, admittingly, on the daily time frame, right? I'm reaching here. But we could literally do a cup. And what happens with the handle pattern? You have to dip to make the handle pattern. You have to dip to make that handle pattern. And if you make that handle pattern, guys, if we come back down to here and make this little bit of a handle pattern, guess what? That's a bullish pattern. So I just kind of want to throw that out there. I'm reaching. I'm super reaching on that one. I'm being totally honest with that. But it's there. It's kind of janky looking cup, but it's there. Secret right now down 2.4%. Same thing. Something's flashing with my light there. Same thing. We're on the lower, or on the, not the lower, the absolute lower, but we're on the lower section of support here, holding up so far on our dotted line, holding up so far. We could still come down to long term for Secret. We could come, we don't want to do that, but we can come down to 95 cents and still hit this long term lower support line. Comes into the golden pocket again. Bada bing, bada boom. We're on our way. Juno still hanging above. That light is really doing weird things. $4 right now. And like I said before, I said this before as well. Kind of funny, right? Like everybody wants to freak out on things, but I told you guys I wanted this section on the daily time frame to get back tested. Look what's happening. It's coming down. So I'm not going to freak out because what I wanted to happen is happening. Like, it's what I called. If we can hold it up there, we have a good chance to break through this, which was once resistance for us, and move on in to that higher $4, maybe $5 price point, which is the next level of resistance. And if we break through that, because if you go back and look at price action in the past, we went through that like a hot knife in butter. We can easily, real easily, especially if a lot of things get deployed and start working like Gelotto and all that other stuff on Juno, we could pop back up into the mid fives, right into the next level of resistance, which is 6, and be on our freaking way. So again, guys, right now is a key level to be watching out for. What we do with Juno right now is key, it's critical. If we break down, if none of that does happen, if we break down further, I'm just looking out for our previous trend, right? Like this is kind of janky, but I'm looking out for our previous trend. We could come here, bounce, we can come here, bounce, and then we can come down here, which is our long-term trend line, and bounce between these two zones, which is $2.74 to $3.10. Still be fine. Still be absolutely fine. I don't think that we'll necessarily get there, but you never know. You never know. Last one, and we'll get into Gelotto. We have Osmosis still hanging up above $1, still doing A-okay. Matter of fact, let me go to here and see if I can make this look a little bit better. Kind of not doing what I was hoping or like or wanting. Again, when you want things in the market, right? It's usually when it doesn't do it for you. But I left this up here. Let me take it off because it's not doing it now. Look out for these zones right now. 95 cents to 90 cents to 95 cents is our key levels. Right now, we're sitting on the 1 hourly, a good level currently of support, which is the 200 SMA. If that doesn't hold up, that's when I'm looking out for these next two levels right here and right here. If that breaks down, we could easily slippery slide all the way down to a good level of support, which is 78 to 80 cents. That's these two lines in the average right here. Again, that's our ultimate level that we need to hold up. If that gets broken, that means the whole trend is over and we are going to be testing these lower yellow limits again. So be on the lookout for that, guys. With that being said, apologies again, Homestead. Apologies to everybody that was listening to the early section of the show. Sometimes I have to be human. So I'm just going to say it one more time. Fuck all you haters. We're going to get into something that I'm super bullish for and something that I've been waiting to talk to as far as a protocol and a team. But we're going to be talking to Homestead and Gelotto here in a minute and seeing what they're doing and what they're bringing to the Juno and to the greater Cosmos ecosystem, because I love this idea. Much like how I love some other gambling platforms, I really like how they're taking the broader approach with their platform. But let Homestead and their team talk about it further. So let me make sure. Are they here? They are here.
Hey, Tank, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up, bud?
Awesome. Risby, are you on?
Yep, I'm also here if you guys can hear me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
I think they can.
Excellent.
Cool, awesome. Thank you guys so much for having us. Tank, I really love watching your live streams. Very informative. And for people who don't know, I'm one of the co-founders of Gelotto. Our other co-founder, Daniel, unfortunately, he's stuck at his full-time job at stand-ups and retros and stuff, but very excited to talk about the platform.
Yeah, I'm super excited to hear about it. So let's actually, if you Homestead and yourself doesn't mind, let's actually start from square one first. Let's pretend that nobody has claimed their airdrop. Nobody knows anything about what Gelotto is. Could you please explain to the viewers what Gelotto is, what you guys are working on, and everything in between?
Yeah, definitely. So Gelotto at its heart is a luck-based, some would say decentralized casino being built on top of Juno. So our goal is to create a variety of games, starting with lottery, blackjack, slots, eventually poker, and new types of games as well too. The thing that really makes Gelotto different is when you look at other similar platforms, they're kind of focused around building their entire platform around their particular token. So yes, we have the GLTO token, which has a variety of use cases. But in our case, we really didn't want that. The beautiful thing about Cosmos is every day, there's millions of dollars of rewards being generated. And there's only really two things to do with it today. Either you restake it or you trade it, buy, sell, whatever the case might be. But we really want to give the entire Cosmos ecosystem a third option, which is use your rewards, play with it, do something fun. And in the process, potentially hit something big. So our platform is going to be different because our plan is to allow all IBC assets to be used on our platform to play, including NFTs. So within the Cosmos ecosystem, if you have anything of value, we want you to be able to use it and play with it. Why not? So when our platform launches in mainnet, which will be in September, testnet in August, you'll actually be able to play with Atom, Juno, Secret, Osmo, and Stars, and also the Gelotto token.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah. So like right now, and admittedly, like I don't know the ins and outs of all these other products, but I know there are other gambling platforms like, you know, we've seen on Secret Raccoon and stuff like that with their simple lottery based system. But they, correct me if I'm wrong, right now you have to use Secret to do that. You open up a lot of degen and which is a good thing, right? Let's be real about it. It's a gambling platform. Like but you open up your user base to much more people when you offer them the ability to use just about anything that has a store of value in your ecosystem. So I absolutely love that you're doing it with a broader stroke because, you know, when you're a casino, you want to have that doors. You guys ever go to Vegas? The doors are wide open. They have doors from here to there, and they're trying to get you to walk in that damn thing. So I absolutely love it. Again, if you don't mind, what was the time frames that you guys are looking for again?
Yeah, so we're going to have our incentivized testnet go live in August. We're predicting it'll actually go live maybe next week, but we're telling people end of August. And mainnet is looking to launch in September. And when we launch, we're going to offer the lottery game first, which you can play with a variety of assets. Then there will be a mega jackpot. And the fun thing about the mega jackpot is throughout the entire week, all the different lotteries that are running, 10% of their reward will actually go to the mega jackpot. And there is no direct way to buy tickets to the mega jackpot. You have to do weekly missions to get tickets. So let's say week one mission might be play a 12-hour Osmo game, a Star game, a 24-hour Juno game, and something else. If you do those 4 missions, you'll get a golden ticket, which is automatically entered into the jackpot. And it's max 1 wallet per ticket. We're hoping it keeps a little bit more fair. And if you win the mega jackpot, you're going to win all these different assets: Atom, Juno, Stars, Secret, and so on.
Wait, you know what's okay? So the first thing I think about, and I love that you're trying to keep it, you know, like you get one and trying to keep it fair, so you can't game it, I guess. But immediately, what I think about is like, does anybody know offhand like a roundabout number of how many people do we actually have just in our ecosystem, or maybe if we wanted to make it even smaller, like since it's on Juno right now, in the Juno ecosystem. I know you're going to be taking everything, but let's just say in the Juno ecosystem, how many wallets are there? Like, what are the, like, you know, again, I love gambling, guys. I'm automatically thinking about, like, what's my odds realistically when you guys first launch? What, you know, if I'm going to get on this platform. Do you guys know what those numbers look like? At least, like, kind of spitball, you know, numbers?
If I'm not mistaken, in the Juno ecosystem, I think there might be the 70K or over 100K wallets. And today, up to date today, over 20,000, actually 21,000 Juno wallets have actually collected our airdrop.
Oh, nice. See, that's the number I was looking at. That's
one thing I also want to mention too is when you think about Gelotto, you might say, oh, they're a gaming platform, they're a decentralized casino. But we're not kind of aiming for that. We're aiming for Gelotto to be, you know, a lot of things. And some of these things is we're planning on spinning up validators to secure all chains across Cosmos. We're going to be introducing an NFT series called Gelotto Shop, which will have some awesome benefits like, you know, you're going to get a small, you know, boost on our platform. You're going to get a percentage of all profits made on the platform. You're also going to get invited to, you know, unique events. You know, when we have a weekend poker tournament with the team and collaborators and stuff like that, you'll get a chance to join. And even during games like poker, you're going to get a chance to use those special NFTs to actually have that as your profile picture versus everyone else who will just show up as a wallet address. So, you know, we're going to have a DAO set up. We're going to have a betting platform so you can bet on real world events. So this is just the beginning.
Awesome.
You know,
I've been dying for something like that. Grits, weren't we just talking about like betting on things?
Yeah, basically, for your project, I was like, well, why couldn't we bet on the outcomes of the governance proposals? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's insane.
And that's kind of what we want, is we want people to go in there, create an event, be like, hey, will this happen or that happen? And just allow the community to bet on it. So I think stuff like that, it's going to be interesting to see what people do, betting on community proposals, or, hey, the price of something, or where this project will go. Being able to bet on any of these things, including sporting events, animals racing.
We're just talking about this yesterday, and now all the work's done basically for the idea.
Yeah, no, this is great. Like I wasn't joking. I gotta apologize to you, Homestead. Again, I'm gonna say it over and over. I was pretty strongly wording some things personally in the earlier section of this video. I feel so bad, but like I said it during that like I've been super excited to talk to you guys about what you guys got going on, because like deep down inside as an investor, guys, I'm super conservative, but when I go out and I like to party, I party it up. Like when I go to Vegas, guys, like I'm a DJ, like I'm a full DJ. I like gambling. And like, I really like the whole broader stroke, like I said, approach that you're taking with how you're connecting to that essence of, just being real. It's like, you're much more than just a gambling site, right? Like a gambling platform and stuff like that.
Yep.
But like, let's be real, you're keeping it pretty close to true of what the essence is. And you're doing it right, in my opinion. Like, I think like allowing multiple, like, of course, the more games you have in your casino, the more attraction you're going to have, the more use cases you have, like the more adoption you're probably going to see. And I just love the fact that you guys haven't been thinking about it in such a small way. You guys are really like, you're playing with, what is it? A 24-sided dice. You're playing with multiple 24-sided dice.
Yep.
Love
Turning
it.
the ecosystem into a game room.
Yes. The
Casino.
entire
And that's
ecosystem
exactly
is a game
the
room.
vibe we want to create.
I love it. Homestead. Is Homestead there? He's probably watching.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
How did, like, I know we said, I think I overheard you guys in a Spaces maybe about how they picked you up, but I'm going to ask you directly. Are you a degen gambler deep down inside? Is that how you got hooked onto this?
Well, truthfully, Tank, my dad lived in Las Vegas for about 12 years, so I've had some experience rolling dice.
I knew it was something where it's like he had a childhood or something like that, where this is like just ringing bells for him. It's like, my dad was around gambling all the time. I grew up with this. It's
honestly, Tank, I'll have to make a joke. It's actually you. You know how we sometimes call you Dad?
No, what I do.
Yeah. So, you always say like, hey, people want to have their own narrative. People want to control their own narrative. People want to take your narrative and spin it to the way they want it to seem.
Yeah.
So I noticed that as Gelotto was becoming more publicly active on Twitter, the other gambling community, the rack community, was trying to control their narrative a little bit.
I did see that. I did see that, and I want to ask you a little bit more. Continue with your story, because that's
I know.
So I reached out to the Gelotto handle, and that's how Rizby and I started talking. Said, let's just start figuring out a way to put our own message out there, or put your own message out there, so that you're not that other gambling platform. You don't get labeled as that at the beginning here before the airdrop even happens.
right.
So that was the start of it. We chatted a little bit. That led to chatting about NFT series and NFT collaborations. I have been active in this space now for a bit, so I had some connections to reach out to and see about helping out with that. And so, yeah, I just kind of got an opportunity to show what I could do. And I think the team was pretty happy with what I had done for them over a week or two, and so they offered to bring me on. So
what? Really I said it before, and like, good on you guys at Gelotto, by the way, because I think you guys scored picking up Homestead. Like not just saying it because he's here, but he's a great guy. Like, obviously, like I've created a whole little section on Thursdays where I want him to talk about NFTs and stuff like that. But I think you guys scored a great resource with him. But I also want to like speak to you and everybody else watching as well. Like, I love the fact, and I'm not saying I'm trying to take credit or nothing like that. I'm really surprised, and I'm humbled that, that you referenced me at all about having anything to do with, where you're at now with Gelotto. But I will say, like I've said it so many times, guys, you do not understand the value that you have or what you can bring to this space to help develop it further unless you speak up or at least shoot your shot. Like, if you're bullish on something, you find something interesting, reach out to the team, see how you can help. You might not know technical stuff, but you might be good at other things. Like, just reach out to them. You don't know where that ball might land at all. Like, so I love the fact that you just took the initiative and did it. Like, I'm all for that. Guys, so many of you guys could be involving yourself. Like Bees, right? Like Bees is in this chat. I see her right there. Like, we just got done talking with Lavana the other day. She's a mod over there. Like, she's like, and I'm not trying to downplay it, but she's just a normal person like me, like Homestead. You know, we're just normal people, but you get involved and you do what you can do and you further like the things that you find interesting in the ecosystem. And you know, that's how shit gets done. I've been swearing enough. I just say it. Like, that's how stuff gets done. So like, congratulations to you, Homestead, and congratulations to you, Bees, and everybody else. I encourage you guys, if anything, you hear today, not just me ranting and bitching about things earlier, do it. If you've ever been curious, you like want to shoot your shot, just, you never know. Reach out to them, ask them questions.
By the way, that's a lesson, like exactly the way he did it, by the way. You just talk to people, organic, you know, you talk to project managers, community managers, see who needs help, see what projects you like, be there, you know, try to get a position.
Yeah, get it.
I think that's the beautiful thing that I love about blockchain. To me, Web 3.0 is almost like back to Web 1.0. We're currently building the Amazons, the Googles, the Walmarts of the world. And I remember when Jeff Bezos was first spinning up Amazon, he was looking for like a programmer. He threw out like a normal public forum. Like, this is what I want. This is what I'm offering. Mm-hmm. I kind of get that vibe here. Like, Homestead was a godsend. The moment he joined the team, he kind of really helped us start, interacting with the community more, getting them more involved. And there's a crap ton of people like that out here. So I definitely echo, your thoughts, Tank. If you're interested in a project, you think there's some value you can bring, go reach out to them. I'm sure these people are looking for self-starters and amazing people. So if you got the skills, just go say something.
Yeah. I mean, another example, look at Cosmos DeFi NFT, right? Like, I know
that's my experience, honestly. Is like what Rizvi says, like reach out, have a genuine conversation with people, and find what you're interested in, and you'll find projects that need some help or want some help, whether it's community involvement or helping their Twitter profile get more active. But if you're genuine about it and kind of proactive and truly interested, there are people out there who do need some help. And like I said, from my conversations, they're really appreciative when I, with the way I kind of handle it and handle those conversations behind the scenes and things like that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't hesitate to, like Tank said, shoot your shot. And I mean, that's how I got to chat with you on Thursdays, right?
Yeah. Worst they can say is no.
Random idea. Worst thing you could have said was no.
Yeah. Worst thing anybody could ever say is no, thank you, or whatever. But like,
if you really like what's going on in the ecosystem, or you really want to learn more about what's going on, one of the best ways is to be involved with these projects, and especially the ones that are actually trying to grow something, continuing to build new stuff through this bear market. You get involved with them, you'll learn stuff and you'll get connections for sure.
Yeah. With that, I do want to pivot, and I guess I'm going to address the elephant in the room. But before I do, and before I ask my question, like, I do want to disclose fully, like, I know people that manage and or are involved with Rack. They're my friends. Like, right. Like, I have no dog in the fight. I try to stay as neutral as possible. All I care about is like the tech and what's bullish and, what's being presented and what's available. I get it. The competition, breeds development and stuff like that sometimes too, and you got to innovate and all this other stuff. But I did notice, since you brought it up earlier, and I guess I did reference Rack as well earlier on, because they were like the kind of degen-y gambly platform, and in secret, or in they were Juno as well, because they were trying to get listed on Juno Swap and get incentives there with Juno Swap. I did notice that you guys definitely did get a little bit of friction from them. Did you guys get any other kind of pushback from anywhere else when you guys first came into the space, being I'm calling it what it is, kind of a degen-y gambling platform?
Yeah, I feel like, we definitely got some stuff from Rack, and that kind of sucked a little, because I kind of followed their project from the very beginning. In some way, they kind of inspired Daniel and I to also take our shot, be like, hey, we have an idea. Let's see if we can do it. That, they seem like normal dudes. And I actually even reached out to him on Twitter, be like, hey, if there's any way for us to work together, I would love that. Because ultimately, when you go to a place like Vegas, there isn't one mega casino. There's a bunch of different places you can go. And if we can sort of build something similar here, but have some type of synergy and working together, I think that'd be great. There's no reason why it needs to be either we survive or they survive.
Yeah.
I think we could all survive and thrive in this massive ecosystem.
I agree. I totally agree. And that's kind of from the outside looking in and being the position that I'm in, that knowing some of them guys, like, I feel like there's definitely always room for more. And there's always room for collaboration. There's always room for synergy. I get it though. Like, like at the same time being, for an entity, which I'm assuming for-profit entities, right? Like when you're in a venture like that, when you're building a business and stuff like that, like it is what it is sometimes, but like I guess I should say, is the issues kind of over, or you guys buried the hatchet per se, or are you guys at an understanding now? Or
I kind of think so. I think, us, we've been interacting socially with the Rack team, and it seems like things are kind of getting cool.
Okay.
I'll continue to reach out to them if they're ever open to doing something together. Why not? Like I said, I hold a bunch of Rack. I love that project. I hope to see them take off. And if we could somehow be involved, I would love that. There was one other project I'm a little disappointed by, a little sad. I think Ted Crypto, love the guy, kind of been following his project from the beginning, played his Lotto too. It seemed like he's constantly just running around, like trying to shoot us and whatnot. It kind of sucks, but I hope that's someone we can win over time, and sort of show that, hey, the things that we promise, things we want to do, we will do. And if we could work with him in some way, because he's also trying to do something similar to us, I would be very open to that. Like I said, I don't really want to be in a position where we're hating people or people are hating us. I just want to work together and just love everyone. I'm kind of hippie at heart, so that's kind of just what I want to bring to the Gelotto and to the entire community.
Yeah, well, I think I agree with you guys. I think
when you take that, Tank?
Sure, go ahead.
So I'd like to say, I don't think there is really a hatchet to bury with Rack. I think Robo is going to ask his hard questions. He's going to be foul-mouthed sometimes about it. That's who he is.
Right.
If you counter him with well thought out answers, if you counter him with facts, if you counter him with stuff that you're doing with your project that you're actually trying to build, I think he respects people that are actually trying to build things and do real things.
Right.
Whether or not it's in competition with, the thing that he loves, that's a different story. But I don't think that Robo really is out there trying to maliciously hurt this project.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because Robo, to me personally, is not like he is who he is, right? Like he says, and he's a personality, but he's a very smart dude, and he's a very like you said, if you approach him with facts and just kind of like if you know how to dance around those and engage in that kind of conversation on that level, he's very receptive. I've noticed, and so. I'm glad you brought that up because that's kind of, I didn't want to bring it up myself because obviously like kind of biased and friends with him too. Right. But like, I'm glad you feel that way because I've
sat in on several of Robo's spaces. And so if you listen to him enough, you realize there's more to it than just kind of the vulgar degen.
Oh yeah.
There is a lot of thought and intelligence behind some of the stuff he's talking about, some of the things he's thinking, some of the stuff he's putting out there into this space and trying to help the raccoon community with. Right. So, yeah, I'm not here to, pick battles with other people or anything. And again, I think if people have seen my responses on Twitter, it illustrates that. The other thing I'll say is that several members of the Rack community have engaged in spaces with well thought out questions and nice dialogue and things like that. So we are having that kind of, reaching across the projects and, getting our narrative to them so they understand what we are and hey, we're not just here trying to kind of usurp or copy what they've done,
right? Right. I think there's a lot of value that you guys could build, in some form or some fashion, like whether somehow you guys collabed or there's a way to work together, like you guys were originally saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The broader point, there's always going to be fudders out there, right? There's always going to be a-holes that send you DMs after you've done something good or launched your project and tell you that it's garbage or tell you that it's not going to go well, or claim that you're going to dump all your tokens. Like, we've had that flooding happen.
Yeah.
I've heard about
we
it
just
in
talked
Telegram
about it earlier.
groups.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
So exactly, we understand. We've had people jump in our Discord to drop those messages. Some of our community tells us about Telegram chats. I think the Cosmos airdrop chat is one of the ones where there's been some flooding. But we've got some awesome community members also trying to help us get our word out there, get our narrative out there, and try and give the facts to those fudders, and say, look, if you do your own research, if you come talk to us in the Discord, if you learn a little bit about the project, maybe you'll be surprised and like it. So that would be my point to kind of your two general questions there.
That's a crazy thing that kind of blows my mind.
Like that.
Yeah. When Daniel and I started this project, it was just him and I. And it's crazy to see today that we have, people like you, other people on the team. We have, great community members. Literally, when I go to bed and I wake up, our Discord has hundreds of messages in it. And it's people at nighttime on the other side of the world, like answering questions, doing stuff, people going to different channels, spreading the word. Like, we're not paying anyone. And it's crazy to see all this organic growth and trust within the platform already. And that's the thing that I really love about Cosmos and blockchain is great fucking communities everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, I've said it so many times, like, without the community, that you can only go so far. Like, I value the community and do what I do because I love this community wholeheartedly. So I totally get it. To kind of pivot for the sake of time, I did want to kind of talk about, since, we were talking about Rack and we were talking about Secret and all this other stuff. I know there was a lot of people, I saw somebody in chat also ask if the Secret people are able to actually claim the airdrop. Has that been worked on, or is there still kind of issues there?
So that's going to be about 2 weeks. We'll send out some information about that soon. We kind of wanted to focus on the testnet game first, get that out the door, get people excited, and then hopefully a week after that we'll launch the Secret. So ETA right now is 2 weeks, but we're hoping over the next few days we'll have some information about the Secret airdrop.
Okay. I'm not very savvy with the tech. I'm assuming it's just a little bit of technical things that you guys are trying to work out. And
yeah, just to give a quick insight. So the beautiful part about like Cosmos addresses is you can translate a star address to a Juno address, Osmo to a Juno, vice versa. But Secretly is kind of built a little differently. You can't easily translate all Secret addresses back to a Juno address, which is the reason why that's the only one that's not claimable today. So we kind of have to build something out on the Juno, on the Secret platform that's going to allow people to verify and sort of add in, hey, this is my Juno address, so we know where to send their rewards to.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I figured it was something like that. It's secret, so it's going to be a little bit hard.
Exactly.
But cool. I saw that in there. Guys, if we missed any other questions, Brent, let me know. If I think that was the one I luckily looked over and saw somebody ask. With that being said, I did hear you guys have some pretty lofty, and I think realistic goals for the future when it comes to like some of these lottos that you guys were talking about. I think in the spaces you were talking about like a Lamborghini being possibly one of them.
Yeah, that's actually something I actually wanted to talk about. So exactly 1 year from when we do mainnet launch, we're planning on having a year one grand prize game. And this is something we'll have every year. It'll be different. For the first year, we have a secondary rare asset called G-Key, max supply of 1,000. And the goal is we're going to have about 10 to 20 boxes during the year one grand prize game with the intended value of $50,000 USD or more. And we don't want to just put, coins in there and, stuff like that. We want to get interesting. Some of them will have crypto like Juno, Atom, maybe some form of wrapped BTC. But we also want to be able to give away a Gelotto themed Lamborghini, house, bars of gold, and things like that.
Bro, I will drive around a Lamborghini that is like decorated in a Gelotto like font. I have 2 fucks. I will drive that around all day long.
And the colors too. And if for some reason, let's say someone wins this, in some country and we're not able to give it to them due to legal reasons or whatever it might be, we'd be happy to pay you in USDC. So the thing I also didn't mention, G-Key has a supply of 1,000, but it also has a very heavy burn mechanism. So the first chest might be 1, 2, 3 keys, but when you open that, there's a global limit. So the next chest will be a little bit more expensive, and then the next chest, so on and so on.
Yeah.
There's also a special ability called Peek, which allows you to use a small amount of G-Key to actually look inside of the chest before opening it. but that's also another global limit. So the first time you use that ability, it might be 0.4 G key. Next time, 0.8, and so forth.
Well, that's so cool, dude. So you're allowing people to peek into it as well, because you know people are gonna do it.
If someone really wants a Lamborghini, there might be, let's say, 2 Lamborghinis, out of the 20 boxes. So, if you don't care about the BTC or whatever, you just want the Lambo, peek inside the box. And if it's a Lambo, go ahead and take it.
Bro, people are going to peek. I guarantee you it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let me
There's a big social aspect to this as well, too. Because early on, some people might be able to open the boxes. But at later stages, you kind of are forced to team up with other people or build some type of tool to facilitate trust. Mm-hmm. So we really can't wait to see this type of social aspect of the game sort of take off.
Let me ask you that when we were talking about building and teaming with other people, are you guys right now? I know you guys. We love knots and stuff like that. You guys have already talked with knots. Do you guys have any kind of collaborations or something in the pipes that you guys could maybe allude to or maybe hint at that you guys are maybe working with any other teams, whether it be a protocol or an NFT project of any kind of sort?
We definitely can. We really want to give away these G keys and form some awesome collaboration. Mm-hmm. So we're looking to partner up with some awesome upcoming NFT projects on Loop, where we're going to be hiding some G keys within those collections. So now it's going to give those collections further utility and, give people a chance to earn more G keys, which I think will be awesome.
So you're saying I need to do Maneki 2 on Loop, and then we're going to collab.
Can I give the IBC gang a specific hint they'll know?
Yes.
Of course.
One of the collabs might be the guest on Thursday.
Ooh. Oof. Done. Deal. Oh.
One thing I also want to mention, too, we actually plan on doing a worldwide scavenger hunt where we're going to be hiding G keys all around the world, starting in a few weeks. So the first place is going to be in New York. We're going to hide it somewhere awesome add a bunch of clues and stuff around it. And if you find it, congratulations, you just won a full G key plus a dope-ass NFT potentially.
Wait. You're going to put physical treasure, you're going to put physical, treasure hunting stuff out there for people to find?
Yeah, we're going to hide wallet seeds out there that's going to contain the G key plus other rare assets.
I will fight somebody right now. It's going to be I'm going to bring my katanas and we're going to go. You guys going to do one in the South? I will hunt that down.
You coming to
some of the countries we're thinking about is India, South Korea, somewhere definitely in Europe. So a lot of cool places we're going to be hiding these over the next 5 to 6 months.
That is dope. That you're literally, what is that show? Was it Race Around the World? But they forget what it was. It was
Amazing Race or
Amazing
something?
Race. That's what yes. Brett, that's what we got to do. We got to film this. We got to get a film crew. We got to film it right now and find these keys.
You guys definitely should. And just to keep in mind, after the burning starts of these keys, let's say by towards the end of the game, there's only 200 keys left or 100 keys left in existence. Just think about the potential price point of each G key. So if you don't want to participate in the game, you just want to hold on to these keys, because towards the end, people will get desperate. That could literally be, a magical gold bar, but that's all I'll say about it.
That is dope. I'm loving it. I already love the project. I love what you guys are doing and how innovative it is and how you guys are approaching, crypto in and out, degenning in and out of everything. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Who said it earlier where they were you basically just turned the whole ecosystem into a gambling site. I absolutely love it.
And that's exactly what we wanted. I'm glad that people are, that the message is getting across without us having to say that directly.
So,
go ahead.
As channel for GK teams, so you can come chat with Gelotto community about setting up a GK team. None of the Gelotto team is gonna be allowed to have their own team or be on a team, obviously.
Oh, so, damn it! I was just gonna say I want Homestead on my team.
Sorry, dang.
Damn it!
No insider help there, bud. But you could probably get a proposal going on the Maneki DAO to like load up on the G key, load up on the Gelotto LP pool and get as much rewards as you want.
Guys, we could do a lot of stuff with the Maneki pool right now. It's so funny that it's just all falling into place. So happy.
Dude, but seriously, like I've had people ask me, like, do you think I should create a multi-sig for my team for the G key? So like people are already starting to come up with their ideas of what they're gonna do to try and hold and hoard a bunch of G key.
That is awesome. That is, man, my mind again. I love it when my mind starts. You know what I love? I'm super interested. I'm not just gonna put it out there. When I'm on the stream and you guys see me like looking up at the ceiling and just staring and like thinking in my mind, like that's when I'm getting super, super interested. And I've caught myself doing that like several times already with what you guys are doing on your platform. This is awesome. This is absolutely, I cannot wait to see where Gelotto goes and to see the development in the next coming months. I know I've already claimed my airdrop, guys, minus the secret part of it, but I'm going to claim the rest of that when it happens. I've got it for every one of my wallets. I got cooties on every one of my wallets, guys. So I'm super, super excited. And I will be in the Discord and we will be having Tank or IBC will have a team. And I'm not joking. If there is one near or respectively near that gets hidden around here, I will literally hire a filming crew and we will try to hunt this stupid thing down. Like we will do it. We will do it and we will we'll be loaded, ready to do it, guys.
To give a quick peek, we were initially going to do 5 keys, but now I'm thinking we might do 10. So we might have 2 in America, 1 in New York and 1 potential in California. So we'll see about that.
Okay. Oh, give me a reason to be crazy. Like, give me a reason to act a fool out in public. I will do it.
I would love that.
But no, so I absolutely love it. Is there anything else that you guys want to cover? I know we're kind of coming up to, I guess we're past it, 10:35. But is there anything else that maybe we missed or that you guys would like to convey to the people?
What I would say for anybody listening or who watches later the recording is that we're trying to make our Discord community like a small reflection of the overall project. So the partnerships we're forming right now, we're trying to help give out their whitelist, some of their NFTs within the Discord community, things like that. So we're trying to have a lot of fun and games aspect there as well, not just, a general chat and things like that. We're trying to make it look like what we're building, what the team is building. So if you want a spot to hang out, you want to come check out a Rumble, we're doing those 2 or 3 times a day. You want to see the next time Knots gives us some previews on the Gelotto Shop NFTs, come hang out in our Discord and chat it up and also give the team some feedback on what they're building.
Nice. I definitely
and to me, that's the most important part is the reason why we decided to build the way we did is we really want the entire community involved. I want you guys to tell us what you think is cool, what's working, what you want to see next. And besides that, Homestead, you hit the nail on the head. And I just want to thank, Tank and everyone else for giving us an opportunity to jump on the stream and sort of get our message out there. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, no, and again, I would love to have you guys back on, as things develop, as things progress. Like super, super interested, and super, super ready to degen into some stuff. But no, thank you guys so much. Guys, I put their links in the description for this video. So if you guys want to find their Discord, I'll link the Discord in there later. But I did put it in the chat. If you guys want to join their Discord, you can find it in the chat. Recently put it up in there. If you guys want to follow them on Twitter, do so. The links are in the description down below. With that being said, I'm super excited about it. Can't wait. Yo.
I forgot one last thing.
Yes.
And I can get with Brent on this maybe, but can we do a giveaway for your community?
Yes.
Maybe like 5 whitelists and some Gelotto for each person who wins a whitelist?
Yes. Heck yeah.
Awesome. All right. So everyone, keyword, right? Gelotto Knots, like Nauts, right? Like cosmonauts.
I'm going to write it
Gelotto
down.
Knots is the keyword for the Twitter giveaway that'll be up later. You guys know how IBC Gang does these.
Yeah,
so,
you know it.
You know how it goes.
You know it.
Got to be real community. Got to watch the show to get the prize.
Look at Rusty and Jerry not telling me nothing. Yeah, I talk to them daily. I did not know at all. But yeah, I'm super, super excited. Cool, man. We really appreciate that. And we're going to talk. We can't wait to talk to you guys further. Make sure you guys drop them a follow. Join their Discord. I'm pretty sure we were talking about it earlier, right? People have high expectations already. I think they're already valuing the Gelotto platform much higher than some of the other recent platforms that we've been talking about, or protocols that we've been talking about in this live stream. Or not this particular one, but yeah.
I saw a very promising Twitter poll. Like, it was basically a Twitter post of a poll of what is the most promising small market cap project, and yours was the top of the list.
There you go.
Most voted. So
there you go. Let's go ahead and talk about a couple of other things. Again, thank you guys so much for joining us. We're going to try to make this really quick because it's already 10:38. You guys have been listening to me rant earlier about nonsense stuff that's just personal issues. And then, of course, the greatest part of this whole video today, the Gelotto team in between that. But let's try to wrap this up and talk about a few issues that are out there right now that I think is important. Let me actually go on over to Osmosis really quickly. I do want to just tell you guys right now, the USDC on Osmosis looks absolutely fine. I know there's a lot of people worried about bridged assets, especially bridged stables. A lot of people have blood in their mouth still with what happened to their stable positions when they were in UST. Again, I can't guarantee anything. Nobody knows, right? Like, those are kind of one of those things where it's like out of anybody's hands. But as you guys can see right now on Osmosis, if you guys have your stable in USDC, it's still pegged quite fine to $1. So like, it's so far so good. Everything's fine. I know there was a lot of concerns with that, especially since we, just gave you guys the overall amount that the Maneki DAO now holds. We were able, again, if you guys didn't catch yesterday's stream, we were able to capture after paying the fees and the people that need to be paid as a project, because there's people that need to get paid for work. But I didn't take any profits. The team didn't take any profits, and we're giving it all back to the people in the form of a DAO that you have access when you hold a Maneki. And we have roughly, again, I shared this in the chat. It's not finalized yet because we need to have some more things come funnel over from the team, right? From the developers, from the Knots and stuff like that. Knots team sending it on over. But we have roughly about $44,000 worth of capital that is now going to be available to every Maneki holder that stakes their DAO within, or stakes their NFT within a DAO once we have it up and running. So if you guys are a Maneki holder, congratulations to you, because now you've increased your purchasing power collectively with a very small group of like-minded individuals who are all trying to, look out for the benefit of the DAO, look out for the health of the DAO, look out for the profitability of the DAO. So super, super, super big benefits coming your guys' way here shortly. You guys were also able to protect your initial investment, because on average, some people were able to actually mint those Manekis at the whitelist price at the current time of when it happened of $160. When that happened, I do want to say price action for stars, and let me show it to you guys right now. Price action for stars actually dipped a little bit below after 11th launch than even the whitelist amount. It wasn't for very long, but it definitely did come down even a little bit below the whitelist amount that was 160. So I think a couple of people bought it for, what was it, like $150-ish?
It's like 160.
Was it one? No, like the stars equivalent. Was it still 160, or did it actually dip below that? It came to, or was like right below it, I think.
Yeah, it was like between 150 and 160 at the lowest.
Yeah, it was somewhere there. So some of you guys were actually able to even get it if you took that chance and minted the Maneki under the whitelist price point. So good on you guys. But my point is, if you guys did right now, you can see that, you from that finding that bottom, which wasn't, it was 2 days after we launched. We are up. You're up right now in the total grand scheme of things from your mint. So your mint, your Maneki is worth more right now as you hold it. There are some people, obviously, I've seen like, was it 10 or 13 Manekis get listed? And it is what it is, guys. Some people just, they're gonna try to flip it, or maybe they don't like the idea of a DAO, or maybe they don't like whatever it is that we told them yesterday. It's fine. I get it. Whatever. But right now, the vast majority of you guys that did mint in between this small, right here's the dotted line, this small section, you guys are in profits right now. And then on top of that, by us not taking profits and giving it back, I believe, what did we say yesterday? 67 to 68% of the total value is secured back in your NFT. Because again, if you just do the simple math, whatever the average is, I think we used an average of like $230 for the average Maneki mint price. Again, we don't know the average just yet. I'll get to the nitty gritty of that later when I have more time, but just spitballing, off the top of my head, I was using $230 of the average. If you split that up amongst the mint, or the amount of Manekis minted before the burn, I believe, what did we come up with? 267. What was it, guys, yesterday? Anyway, it was like 67 or 78. I can't remember. 67, I believe. 68, 67. A lot of numbers. I've been up way too long.
Dude, you did so many calculations yesterday. Yeah. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, what I'm trying to get at is if you take that number and you divide it by 230 and take into account the $43,000 to $44,000 that we have now that we are giving back and having access to every Maneki holder and staker, you basically were able to retain about 67 to 68% of the total value that you initially spent. So it's protected is what I'm trying to get at. That evaluation, you can kind of basically, as long as people don't go being silly and listing it below the floor price of what they minted or what the whitelist was, you're always able to basically claim that NFT is going to retain 67 to 68% of the total value of when it was actually before the burn, before of what it was minted. So again, not only are the vast majority of you guys up because the price of stars appreciated, but since we didn't recognize profits and you guys don't have to worry about, the rug being pulled from underneath you guys because we're putting it back into the DAO and giving you guys access, you're able to actually retain that value in your original investment or purchase of that NFT. So again, I was trying to accomplish many, many different things for minters, for people that really believed and took a risk, because admittingly we weren't able to tell you guys a whole bunch of things. But I tried to cover as best as we possibly could, as many situations as we possibly could. Thankfully, and again, I'm not telling you guys I'm a genius or rogue or vagabond that knows everything. Thankfully, though, the market basically turned around from where when we launched. So we timed it currently, who knows, but currently we timed this perfectly for everybody. We've captured in the total mint profits when it was getting sent to me, I've captured the profits in USDC. Of course, that's on osmosis. So the risk of the valuation of your stars or your NFT because of stars coming back down is off the table. Again, it's a lot easier when you don't have to worry about that and you have profits realized in your hands. And I did it for you guys because we were steadily taking profits each and every day. Somebody was minting stuff. I was converting it right into USDC. So you guys don't have to worry about the valuation of your Maneki going down further. It's locked away in profits already. So again, unless somebody does some silly stuff and mints it below, taking an L for themselves, what they originally minted it, we're good. We're good, fam. Again, you guys are in profits by holding it. You guys are protected from me realizing profits. And then you guys are also protected because those are going to be accessible to you guys. And I'm giving it back to you guys entirely, minus the small amount of fees that need to be paid to Stargaze and of course the developers that helped me bring it to life, right? Like the vast majority, 67 to 68% of it roughly is going to be protected for you guys. So tried to do the triple plus as best as I possibly could. And now you guys also have access to $44,000 worth of funds. We have to work on a few things. Admittingly, I gave you guys in the Discord the wallet address for you guys to watch. So you guys can watch that. If you guys, it was in the verified role. So if you guys have not verified, do so. We have to work on a number of things, right? Like right now we're working on structure. We're doing the test DAO structure and stuff like that. We have to get the parameters right and make sure that those things are legit before we actually do a live DAO and fund it with the USDC. In that meantime, though, there is some things that we need to do as a community, right? And I'm no better than anybody else when it comes to this. We have to decide how we want to approach managing Really, we really got to think about this, guys, because it's an experiment. This is a community driven thing. We have to think about how we want to handle management when it comes to governance, right? Because this is going to be a community thing. Nobody's better than anybody else. Do you guys want to have a multi-sig of 7, or up to you guys how many multi-sig personnels or managers in that entity? Or again, Bren made a big, and I don't want to keep bringing it up because it sounds like I'm pushing that, but Bren brought up a really valid and something to think about. Do we want to keep it as minimal as possible so that things can be executed as quickly with those funds, and then we take a more simple approach to it? I don't know. I don't want to get into that. That's up to you guys. You guys need to start doing that in our current Discord so that we can actually formulate game plans and move this as quickly as forward as possible. Because again, we want to do investing in the bear market. We don't necessarily have to like jump on things just because we have money. Again, it's kind of like telling a child, just because you have money doesn't mean you need to go spend it, right? Like there's a lot of like validity to that. There's a lot of weight to that. We could even be looking forward as a DAO and looking at things that are to come. Like I'm just throwing spitballs like GNO or Goland. Maybe we want to be doing research there. But again, we as a community need to work on this to progress it forward. And so again, just wanted to bring those things up. I do want to bring up one thing, and I will spitball this. As I was seeing, and I talked to Bren and Grits about this, but again, I want to get your guys' take on this as well. As I was seeing people list their Manekis, and I'm not faulting them, it's fine, it's whatever. Can't help but notice a lot of people listing their Comdex Manekis. But as we're listing the Manekis, like I was thinking, how do we protect long-term holders and community members of the DAO? How do we protect the interest over a long, sustainable, road? And one of the things that I was thinking is, much like how Stargaze guys and Grits can tell you all about this, they actually have a bot that snipes the floor for NFT projects. And if it goes below the floor price, if like there's some kind of outlier that goes below the floor price, it'll snatch it up and relist it above the floor price or right above or right at the floor price. Again, I don't know what the parameters are, but they have a bot that does this, that snipes things.
Yeah, some people are speculating that it's actually run by Stargaze because it's so fast. It will like literally buy something and then repost it within the same block. But who knows, right?
It'd be pretty, yeah. I don't want to get into that, but to hear me out, what if the DAO, again, this has to be agreed upon with governance. Nobody makes moves without the overwhelming support of the community. But what if the DAO was to, if we saw somebody listing it for whatever we set as below the floor price, like whatever we believe the value of the floor price should be, right? If we see outliers, and I'm not pointing them out here, let's say this one and this one that are below 10,000. Let's say, we're just spitballing. Let's say 10,000 is our floor price no matter what, right? Keep in mind, when we make this decision, you have to take into account, like, what if osmosis comes down below, whatever this valuation was. So you have to remember, if we're saying 10,000, we got to take into account that protection against downward price movements in stars. So maybe like we up that to like 12,000 or 13,000 is our agreed upon floor price. And anybody that sells their Maneki,
it would probably be a percentage.
Yeah, it's a percentage or whatever it is. But like, again, we have to talk about that later. But like, whatever that is, let's just say for the argument's sake, it's
below floor.
Yeah, let's just say it's 10, like whatever it is 10,000. But if we see outliers like this one and this one, and whoever's selling this, I'm not trying to fight, I'm just using you as an example. We as a DAO say, well, we're going to use some of our funds to protect the floor price. And then, so we'll buy these back because it just comes back to us, right? Like it's a loop. It comes back. The royalties, I'm going to give a certain percent of that and put it back into the DAO as well. And then we burn the NFT, making it more scarce, reducing the supply, reducing the shared profits amongst everybody, right? Because and I don't want to use the word punish, but it's a form of like not punishing the person, but we're protecting ourselves in the DAO. I don't know. It was just something I was thinking about. I was like, well, how do we
negative floor price movement, basically?
Yeah, like how do we protect ourselves? And we could come up with this. We could come up with a bot that does that, that executes it for us and stuff like that. We could do that. But again,
you could also do it by hand, like Brand was saying.
Yeah, we could do that as well. Like, but it's something for the community to think about. I don't know if that works entirely. I'm sure that's just me while I was getting ready for the stream, taking my shower, enjoying myself. I do all my best thinking in my bathroom where it's number 2, or if I'm standing up taking a hot bath. I swear my best brainstorms come in the bathroom. But yeah,
you might be able to do it off of like the last one that was sold at whatever price through the smart contracts.
Yeah. Yeah. There's many different, like, just something to think about. Something for you guys. If you guys are in our Discord, please start thinking about stuff. I want to see active participation coming from everybody, because this is the only way that works. And this might just be people that don't want to actively participate in it. I get it. Whatever reason, I get it. But
so Tank, how would someone put up a proposal right now? What would they use if they had an idea that they wanted to pitch and we could vote on it, etc.?
Well, for the time being, the simple things that we needs to be, like I would say, you know what? And what I'll do is I'll bring up a Commonwealth thing. I'll make a form there so we can verify there and stuff like that. I'm sure you can do that. But right now, it needs to be in our verified Maneki holder role in Discord for the time being. And it's going to be just for the next couple of days, but we need to start getting the ball rolling. And those are another things, like, where do we want to bring governance to? Stuff that the community, I don't want to make all of these decisions. Like, again, this is admittingly supposed to be a community driven thing where even myself, I don't have any extra sway. Like, granted, there's going to be like setting up the DAO and all this stuff, but eventually it needs to be where I let go, right? Like, so I can give you guys suggestions and stuff like that, but that's how we need to approach it, to be fair. Like, again, if it wasn't the case, then I would, like, you know, would have paid myself or some shit. But like, it can't just be me all the time, is what I'm saying. But yeah, I think we need to be, that's a great question, Bren, to bring up in the Discord. Like, where should we bring this? How are we going to do this? But yeah, just something to think about. And I also want to, I guess I will bring it up. I don't want to create FUD. Like, you can see the wallet address in the Discord. There is a lot of people talking about in the Discord, like, protecting ourselves and just getting into an asset instead of a bridge stable until we have native stables in our ecosystem. That's something to think about. Like,
I think it's too risky, to be honest.
It's very risky. I mean, like, I will say though, like, there are variations that you could do. Like, I was using the Juno thing yesterday, right? Like, you could just take a super easy play and do something like that still has a very good inflation rate and reward schedule and all this other stuff. Like, you just take the long road, and per the example, just at what we have right now, if we took $40,000, let me just show it to you guys again, right? Like, simple math. Like, I'm not trying to put like an idea in your guys' head, but I guess I am. Food for thought for you guys to think about, right? What did I say yesterday? If we had
11,000.
Yeah, like, well, yeah, it was, but that was at 350, right? Like, but if we spent, let's say $40,000 divided by whatever the price is at right now, that's 9,500 Juno. So 9,500 Juno. Just using, this is just spitballing, right? Because these things change, the variances change, and stuff like that. You're still talking about yearly earning just off your staking rewards that you get at this current price, speculating that it doesn't move at all, right? Like, you're still saying that we will be in profits and this, again, we could just be selling the staking rewards, right? Like, but if you want to get more long-term and like think bigger picture, like, we could take profits each and every day, keep it simple, buy that much amount of Juno, stake it for the vast majority for the DAO, take our daily rewards, our monthly rewards, sell it consistently, and be in profits $34,000, you know.
Not counting the halving.
Not counting price appreciation, not counting, like, we could literally just do this where we go, okay, let's actually just compound. Like we'll just stake it. We'll just all be mega bulls and take a chance and say we'll stake it, and then again take that, add on the 8,220 more Juno that we're going to accumulate. It could be more too if we're actively compounding, right? Like you get more if you actively compound more. But then you could say,
if somebody put up a 50% vote for staking Juno, I would vote yes.
I mean, yeah, to go into it, like in the year 2, which we're already almost done with year 1, but then that'll get us to basically year 3. By year 3, like I'm just speculating that we're going to see all-time highs again. But at 17, this is stuff you guys need to think about with this style. It has a lot of power if you guys really think about this long term. 17,721 Juno. You're talking about at the current price, it valuating 74,605. That's just at the current price, which, I think the vast majority of us agree that Juno's probably going to be higher in price. But like
the estimate would be like previous all-time high, right?
Yeah,
like let's just assume it's going to go there,
or even half of that if you want to be half of that, right? Like so, even double that. So you're talking about 140,000 if we're being conservative, right? In 2 years, and then like you could even think about like the yearly earnings is worth more than after that second year leading into the third halving. You're talking about yearly earnings, which this is going to change, but at the current moment right now, $64,556. This is what I'm talking about, like sustainable long-term growth and wealth development. I know a lot of people want to do the degenny stuff and maybe leverage things and like knock it out the park and swing for fences and stuff like that. But like, there's a lot of different things right in front of our face right now that we could be taking advantage of, like entirely, which would really simplify things over the grand scheme of things. But then again, like if you think about, here's something food for you guys to think about, right? Let's just take this number right now. And let's just say conservatively, it goes up half of what all-time highs was. That's times, let's just say $22. You're looking at $389,866 worth of value of Juno that we'll have. Let's just say like it, in the next 2 years, some crazy stuff happens and our 17, the amount that we were able to accumulate and compound, goes up to the previous all-time highs. 40, that's almost $1 million. That's $708,000. Let's just say we beat that and we actually go, this is easy math now, right? Easy math for you guys now, but don't cut your nose off to spite your face is my point to you guys. Let's just say just off the compounding and waiting it out for maybe 2.5 years, Juno goes to $100. That's quick math. You guys understand that, right? That's $1.7 million worth. Probably more for Juno in 2 to 3 years. Can you make a 200? Some of you guys bought 3 or 4, but some of you guys only have 1. Can you buy an NFT for $100 to $230 and fucking wait for 2 years to possibly get your share of $1.7 million?
Well, do you know what that share would be divided by, let's say, 278 Manekis?
Well, again, that is going to be kind of, there's people already selling them, right? And if we do what we were saying earlier, where we just burn those things, we reduce it. And again, some people, you guys got to remember too, some of these people won't be around. That's just the fact of it. The fact of the matter. Some people will either lose their keys, sell for whatever reason. For whatever reason, it's not going to be what it was. Like we can already see people are selling their Manekis.
So what should we say roughly? What do you think from 278 Manekis? How many do you think we would be in 2 years? Like 200? 170?
I don't know. Let's just say on the conservative side, estimate higher, right? Let's just go with split it with 250 because that's realistic. Okay. That's realistic, right? Like we might lose like 20 or 30 Manekis and stuff like that. Super realistic if people get it.
So you divide 1.7 million by that.
Divide that by 250, 7,088. But again, think about, you invested $200 to get 7,088. And again, it scales versus how many Manekis you have, right? Like whatever it is. But let's just say we all had one. That's just considering if we all had just one. Some of you guys have a little bit more. The point of it is, what is that in regards to percent gains? In any other traditional investment, any other, non-degen position. And again, I consider myself a conservative degen thing. Like I like to take the slow, steady road to build my wealth. That might not seem like a lot to some people. That's a fucking return and a half. Granted, again, there's caveats to this stuff. We're taking a real simple route of doing this. Like the actual number, because we're going to be actively compounding, right? Like if you want to be really simple and give access to maybe one or two people to compound and execute, not just daily, but like maybe multiple times a day or whatnot, right? Or not just like monthly or yearly, but you're compounding. This is just taking into account a yearly or monthly earnings. If you increase your activity with compounding, that gets folded over maybe double. So like, let's just say with doing that, we have 20,000 Juno by the end of that time. That increases the profitability to maybe like 2 mil, basically. I can go through the math right now, right? Like I can definitely go through the math again. It's simple math. 20,000. Let's just say it goes to $100, right? Like that's 2 mil. So again, that 2 mil, right? Divided by 250.
Oh. Not including airdrops.
Not including airdrops. Guys, this is the beautiful part of it too. Everybody gets exposure to airdrops. Now we're getting like, that's a great point. On the top of that, you guys are also, just from holding it, you guys are like, that's why I brought up the Takumi thing. All of those guys should have got their fair share of airdrops as well. Like airdrops on airdrops and airdrops. And yeah, you could do this yourself. You could take your $200 and maybe try to make it into $8,000. Sure. Good luck with that. I'm not betting against you guys, but like, good luck with that. It's just like, there's so many different ways to do this, guys. So many different ways that this goes on and on and on and on. Your airdrops now, you guys all have exposure to those. Anything coming into Juno that you get an airdrop with off that price, you split it amongst everybody. Yeah, and I get it. Like if you talk about and splitting up, like you get the same amount if you just had $200 worth. But like, again, it's about several other things as well. Most people don't have the time to manage themselves. Most people don't have the time to make those kind of decisions or investments. The vast majority of reasons why people don't make money in this game is because they don't have time or they don't care to do the work. Now you're in a place where all you got to do is pay attention every once in a while and vote. That's it. Anyway, it's just stuff to think about. I'm going off into it. It's already 11 o'clock. Like a lot of stuff to think about, guys. A lot of stuff to think about. Yeah.
Let me ask you something that Chad asked. All right.
Yeah.
He said, "What is to be done? What is to be done with people who sell it in a few years? The people who buy them, will they get the same profits as us original holders?"
No, because you would again, like what we were talking about with Rama. Like you had to have been again, we want to reward believers. We want to reward actual active community members, right? So like there's going to be caveats. We're making it really simple, but there's going to be a parameters that needs to be set via governance, via the community. But I agree with what Rama was saying earlier, because that's the way I envisioned it. Like you are not going to be able to be taking profits with the vast majority of people if you don't participate in governance. Like say Bren, I'm just spitballing, puts up this proposal where we just easily stake all of it. Like we buy Juno, we just stake it. And say you as a Maneki holder, you're in the DAO, for whatever reason, you don't vote. You're not going to get to ride the coattails of everybody else. All you have to do is abstain, say no, or vote, whatever it is. You have to participate in order to reap the benefits of that proposal. If that proposal sees itself in profits in whatever stage, like why would it be fair if you didn't participate?
And keep in mind, we are gonna spam the out of Discord and wherever we.
Oh yeah, you'll have multiple. It's not going to be like I with these governance and community props and all this other stuff that we've been seeing and pointing out where it's like, well, it's on Commonwealth, but you didn't tell anybody about it. Oh, you're gonna know. You're gonna know.
Notifications, everything. It's good. Everyone's gonna know.
Yeah, you're gonna know. And so like, yeah. And like, yeah, it'll have decent, like we're talking about that too, Ryu. Like, well, earlier on, it's going to have to be, like more depending on the proposal, right? Like for things like this, it could take a week because it's not something that we have to jump on immediately. You do want to get it at a lower price point at a good time in the market, but like, it definitely has to have parameters to where people like, what if they're on vacation or what if they're like on the weekend, they don't look at stuff. Like I get it. I try not to look at stuff. You guys have seen me in the Discord on the weekends. I try to disappear a little bit because that's family time. But you know, like it needs to be somewhat fair, but we can talk about all of those things in the Discord while we're making up these standards. But yeah, like that's the general gist of it. Like we need to, again, this is trying to accomplish many different things, not just compounding your purchasing power and all this other stuff and flipping the script on NFTs and what they do and what they can provide. We're trying to show the ecosystem that this can be a grassroots movement and we can promote better practice when it comes to money management, governance, and everything in between. But like you guys have heard me bitch about this all the time, right? Like we can be the example and lead by example and show these people that are feeding off the vast majority of the Cosmos ecosystem and the crypto space that we don't need their centralized, because you guys got to remember too, think about it. Just because we're in a decentralized place, the foundation for Cosmos is still a centralized entity. All these entities in this space that control the vast majority of assets are centralization points. Again, we don't need them. We can do this on our own. We don't need Lido, right? We didn't need that to happen. We could do this on our own. Look at us. We literally created a mini foundation right now with what we have. It could literally grow if we have $2 million and we're making right decisions into a foundation and you guys are its board members. Like entirely board members. Think about it. Where we're making decisions in 2 to 3 years with millions of dollars worth of our foundation money and being market makers, market movers, legitimate market movers, market makers. If you don't cut your nose off to spite your face and you look at it in that terms, like this could be huge, huge. You guys could be part of a foundation, a cornerstone in an ecosystem that has no VC funding, has no front running because of the way that we did this, by the way that we set this up, by the way that, again, I'm not putting myself on a pedestal. We didn't take profits. I gave it right back to you guys.
Yeah, what other project does that? What other project goes through all of this minting and marketing and all of this and then takes zero profit and puts it all back for the community? None.
It's a big venture, guys, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, guys. Like I'm telling you, you guys want to be a foundation? You guys want to be board members of some, like, you guys ever looked and thought like, man, it'd be nice to be in that position, to be sitting on, the Cosmos Foundation, to be one of those key members. You guys ever think of like, oh, that'd be great to be the foundation of Ethereum? Guess what? If you don't cut your nose off to spite your face, if you delay gratification and we make the right decisions, you are. How do you think they get started? The bad thing about all of those is there's funding, angel funding, seeding, and VC money that expects something back from them. So they have to make weird decisions and stuff like that. In the way that we've done this, and the way that I've set this up, guys, there's none of that. There's no security risk. There's no VC funding. There's nobody front running you guys. There's none of that shit. All you need to do is be active participants. Believe in it. Make smart decisions. Participate in governance. That's it. We can literally build this into be the place where validators come for funding. The place that protocols come for funding. The place where you get to be the market maker, market mover. You get your shares. Could you imagine being on the board of Apple way back in the day when they were gathering funding for their ideas and have stuck it out through all that? Could you imagine what those people live like? You spent $200 to $1,000 on an NFT, and now you have that chance. Because I wanted the people first because I'm part of those people. I didn't want to take profits because you guys are the most important fucking people in the whole damn world. You like, I'm stressing this to you guys like very emotionally right now. You guys have a huge opportunity in front of you. Huge opportunity. So again, fuck you to everybody that sends me hateful messages. Watch the IBC gang grow. Doubt us. Fuck you. Anyway, guys. Love you guys to death. We're on a march.
Oh, by the way, don't worry about any of those people in DM. If they had any like, backing behind what they were saying, they would do it on Twitter. Like in public so people could have a back and forth. Those people don't fucking know anything.
I know. I think what it did, it just sparked my fire even more. It just rekindled the fire even more.
It's good.
Don't burn my fire because I'm passionate, damn it.
People doing shit always have haters, man.
Yep. But yeah, guys. I gotta go bend some people up because my neck is feeling semi good. I'm gonna take it easy still, but I got a couple of minutes. I gotta go bend some people up. When I get back, we're gonna be I'll be jumping back on Discord. We'll be trying to build. We'll be putting out parameters and we'll be putting up polls and stuff like that, guys. And like, put it out there. Join the Discord. Put it out there. Subscribe to the channel. Let those motherfuckers know. Let those motherfuckers know. Sorry, YouTube. I'm at the point now. You don't pay me enough. I don't care. Swear. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.